Yesterday I said here and I told you Guti Chiefs are going after a winger who's currently playing in the National First Division, and a lot of people were like, what is Chiefs doing? And now we may know why. Hello and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Pelo, I am your host. This is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs, Khosi Football Club. And in today's video, we are talking about why Stellenbosch will not be selling their players to Kaizer Chiefs and what are the potential solutions to this problem that we are facing. Because as we know, Kaizer Chiefs are looking to sign Mendieta from Stellenbosch, and they're also looking to sign Mendieta as well. Apparently, Stellenbosch does not want to do anything like that. Nothing of that sort. What happened? Okay, so Stellenbosch management have apparently given clear statements to the coaching staff Uguti. There is no price tag on any player. Nobody is for sale, right? And you'd understand why. Because Stellenbosch, if we're being honest, they have built a very good team. However, season in, season out, they keep on selling their best players. And look at what it almost did to them this season. They were flirting with relegation earlier on. If Cheaper and Gallants were not weaker than them, then Stellenbosch should still be in that position. But then somehow, since they have a good squad still even now, they were able to fight back and get out of that position. Now imagine if next season again they were like, okay, let's sell Uchapar to Chiefs and Mendieta and Mendieta and then start afresh again. So management Stellenbosch are like, nope, no fam, we've had enough of this, we're done with selling our best players and we're going to keep our squad and build on that. So that leaves the Chiefs in a position where we're like, oh no, now we cannot sign the players that we need, especially Mendieta. We can talk about Mendieta, but Mendieta is the player that Chiefs would be looking to sign more than any other player, I think, because of the fact that he's a defensive midfielder and that's the position that Chiefs has had problems in. But again, we have those problems, they are obvious, but what can Chiefs actually do to get around the situation? Legally, of course. Well, it's debatable. The first one is that Chiefs could just make an attractive offer where Kaizer Chiefs were a big team. At the end of the day, if Chiefs does offer the 12 million that is apparently a price tag that was placed on Mendieta, which I assume was placed on him to scare our teams off Uguti, we are not selling anyone. Maybe the ridiculous price was placed on Mendieta to say no one can really come and get him because it's unreasonable. Uguti, a 29-year-old, will go for 12 million. So unless you are really desperate, then bring the 12 million. That's the first potential solution. The second solution is the one that I think could be questioned by a lot of people, which is if you know Mendieta has ambitions and he wants to play in the CAF Champions League or let's say Confederations Cup, right? Use that, sell the project to the player and tell the player, look, come to Chiefs and then join the team and then you'll be playing in the Champions League and blah, blah, blah and all those stuff, which Chiefs is not looking like they can use. They could use it if we qualify for it. So this is something that can happen after we qualify or not qualify for African continental championships. So if we do qualify, then Chiefs can say, look, we're going to play here. You're going to showcase your talent. Maybe you might even get a move to another bigger team because you still have good 4 years left in you. So they could use that and then the player himself would then put the pressure on the team, to let me go, I don't want to stay here. We've seen that happen many times. Players put pressure on teams, they want to leave, although a team is saying they want to keep the player, but the player insists they want to leave, and as a result of that, the player ends up leaving. The other one is obviously to just talk to the player agent, and again, this works hand in hand with what I just talked about. The player agent could just make things difficult again for the team to keep the player and try by all means, okay, let's have a contract negotiations. We want this much money. Oh, you can't give us this much money, then let us go. Which once again is questionable because it's that thing that we're talking about. Chiefs has a good relationship with Stellenbosch, and I don't think Chiefs will want to screw that relationship because they just want to sign two players, because you keep that relationship good and you know you can still have a chance to sign the players in a long term. And another limitation about making an attractive offer to Stellenbosch, ukuthi Chiefs has other things and other positions to worry about. And the Chiefs historically, or in recent seasons I should say, they have not really been a team that is known for spending a lot of money on players. They just spend enough. Like they just spend. Okay, simthengile umdlali, but akukho ukuthi they really splash out the cash. We are not Sundowns, and it's clear ukuthi Chiefs are not in a position to spend however much they want on a player. So those solutions are there, but I don't think they can help Chiefs. But this one solution, I think, is the one that can actually help Chiefs to negotiate with Stellenbosch. But before I talk about that, guys, please do like the video. It helps me to reach more people like you. Please subscribe to the channel. In this channel, we speak everything that has to do with Kaizer Chiefs. We preview matches, we react to matches. We do our match watch alongs as well, and we also go live every day at 7:30. Well, every weekday at 7:30. So do make sure to join me and watch those live streams and interact with me as well. And also you can become a member of this channel. It's only 20 rands per month. You get early access to content, you get loyalty badges next to your name when you comment, and you also get priority reply to your comments, because I get a lot of comments, so I prioritize members when I respond to comments, and then blah blah blah. So it's only 20 rands, guys, per month. You will be helping me to do and get more equipment to make this channel even better. Now, this is the solution that I think will work for Chiefs, and that is use loan. Offer loan. We have a lot of players at Chiefs that are not playing who would go to Stellenbosch and they would fit in that system like a glove. There are a lot of conversations about a lot of players that are at Chiefs who are not doing that well or who are not being played at all. If you take, for instance, Usabelo Hateb, he's not being played good Chiefs. We're signing more players in the position that he's playing in. So that's obvious. He's not going to be playing good Chiefs. Offer him to Stellenbosch. Uguti, we're giving you Usabelo Hatebe, and then we're going to pay some money for Mendieta as well. On top of that, we also have Cole, who's on his last year contract. Here he is, give us some umthetho, we're going to give you the money. Great. Or another player that we are not also using right now is if things end up not going so well, we could even use Ukwinika to say, here is Ukwinika, he played really well for you, he has come back to us and he hasn't worked. So take Ukwinika and then take Usabelo Hatebe, take Cole in his last year of his contract. And also Cole, in case of Cole will be in your team, and in the next season when the contract ends with the Chiefs, he will just sign for you as well. So it's also just us serving you a player on a plate in a way. So basically, I think that is the only solution that the Chiefs can go to, and it can actually work and smoothen our relationship with them, and without going behind the backs and backstabbing, because the last thing that we want is to destroy the last healthy relationship that we have with any other PSL club. But guys, what do you think we can do to solve this solution? Let me know down on the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. And until next time, remember, Khosi, I'll pay you more.